and Drink Adventure, a podcast where we talk about the drinks and the media that we consume. I'm Pam, and with me, as always, is Michelle.
Hello. Hi, Pam.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing.
It's like that was an unexpected question or something. Like,
What? Oh my God, freak out. No, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm better now. I'll be even better when I start drinking this drink. I've been going through some technical difficulties for almost a week now, and I just want to throw everything in a fire.
Yes. Don't you just love it when technology doesn't work for you and makes life difficult for you?
Yeah, it's supposed to make it easier. It doesn't.
Nope.
It doesn't.
Definitely does not. You can just forget about it. But you're uploading a video soon.
I'm uploading a video.
Yes, it's definitely gonna be out before this because you're uploading it right now. So yay!
Yes.
So mission accomplished. We're getting there.
Mission accomplished. We're getting there. All of my audio. I've got my new microphone here, and in the new video, it does sound very nice. So, you know, I'm not gonna say it was worth all the trouble, but I'm happy it sounds good.
What is the video that you're uploading?
The video is a ranking video ranking cooperative multiplayer games.
Yes, I'm so excited. When you said this the other night that you were making this video, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait because it's all the games we've played.
Exactly. Like half of the video is the games that we've played, and then some other things that I've played sort of like 2-player or couch co-op. But yeah, there's I think 53 games I included in the list, and I give a once over of where you can play them, how many people you can play them with, all that stuff, as well as my personal thoughts on if they're good games or bad games.
Ooh, yay. I can't wait to relive all the bad games we've played and all the one-offs we've had.
You know how you should take a drink or not, because you'll probably die every time I say, my co-op group and I played this.
Y'all probably die.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a while. Like, coming up on 2 years is our happy little co-op group. It's like it's so special.
I know.
So exciting.
So, what are we drinking? I need to get to the drinking. What are we drinking?
You're like, hurry up. Stop talking about my damn video. I need a goddamn drink, Michelle. Okay, so I was thinking we need to do something again with Grenadine because we bought it for a previous episode. Yep, we bought it for a previous episode. I think we did Tequila Sunrises. And you should utilize the things that you buy for drinks, not just once, but multiple times in order to enjoy different things with that same product, because that's a waste. So I scoured the internet and my cocktail books, and I found a very classic cocktail. Now, this cocktail, I have, as a bartender, I've never heard anybody order this mother trucking cocktail. This is like not something you're like, hey, go up to a bar and be like, can I get a Ward 8? And they'd be like, the fuck? That's how my reaction would be. So not a very common cocktail, but it is a very classic cocktail. So what we have here, as we hold up our beautiful glasses in this beautiful red, it's called a Ward 8. And a Ward 8 consists of about 2 ounces of rye whiskey, or whatever whiskey that you have on hand, half an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of orange juice, simple syrup, and grenadine, both a 1/4 ounce, or you can just do half an ounce of grenadine if you don't have any simple syrup. We don't need to.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so red.
We don't need to complicate things. And so literally it kind of tastes like a whiskey sour.
It kind of does, actually. Yeah. It's delicious. It's just like a little bit sweeter.
I think it's the orange juice.
It's really nice having the orange and the lemon.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, when I saw the recipe for this, I'm like, well, has to be good. Like whiskey and grenadine and orange juice and lemon. Like, come on, this is going to be great. So yes. Fun facts about this cocktail, because I did say it was like a historic cocktail or whatever, whatever. So it was actually started being made in Boston in 1898. So this is maybe if you go to Boston, you might be able to order this. I was just like in Boston like last weekend, so I should have gone to a bar and be like, hey,
you should have tested it out.
I know. What was I thinking? But so in 1898, there was this like democratic political thing going on, like a local election. And one of the politicians just won a nail biter of a vote, and Ward 8 was the deciding factor that made him win. So literally 20 years later, so fast forward 20 years, because they didn't make it then for that for that election. Some bar in Boston in Ward 8 created this cocktail, and voila, the stories connect, you know, cocktail bullshit that they make shit up. Oh, I invented this first kind of thing. So, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And then during Prohibition, it went away, obviously, but there's apparently a lot of political corruption that goes around, like, to the story of this election, like the guy who won bought votes, that kind of thing. So all sorts of spicy things like that. But made in 1898, so not bad.
All right. classic cocktail.
Do you like it?
It's delicious. I love it. I will have another one.
I do have another one over there, just without the whiskey and the ice prepping for me as well. But I liked it because it's ingredients that are not complicated, you know?
Yeah.
Have around the house, nothing super like creme de menthe or something in there, which you always like, you look up cocktail recipes, even in my like cocktail books and such, like really something weird and funky. I'm like, I don't want that BS. Like, I'm not going to go buy something for that. But like Grenadine, because it's delicious, because we also can make Shirley Temples if we're not feeling boozy. So yeah, that's our cocktail. Yeah. I will stop vomiting words now.
No, this is a very good choice. I'm very much enjoying this. So
yeah, I mean, people test it out. See if you can go to a bar and order a Ward 8. See if it's successful.
That's where you are, and if you can order a Ward 8 without the bartender pulling out a cocktail book.
Probably not gonna happen unless you're in Boston. If you're in Boston, you go Boston. Or Boston fans are gonna hate us now, but that's fine.
Yeah, that was pretty bad accent on both of our parts. We tried. All right, so what have you been playing? Wait, what have you been watching lately?
We're so discombobulated today. We're like, what is the order of this thing? Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess I'll go first. Since I'm word vomiting still. So, what have I been watching? We're both big Mel Brooks fans. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
So when I saw an ad on some social media thing or whatever for History of the World Part 2, I kind of died inside because I was like, oh no.
Oh no. Is this a new movie?
It's a miniseries. It's on Hulu in the States. So it's a mini-series. So a bunch of different, obviously that's what a mini-series is, Michelle. Jesus Christ. A bunch of different episodes, very much formatted like History of the World Part 1. This is just Part 2. And it goes through different parts of history. Civil War. I'm drawing a blank on like Civil War stuff and stuff in the 60s and things like that. And I was surprised how much I didn't hate it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because it looked real cheesy and real lame.
Yeah.
On the previews and such. So I was like, this is gonna suck. What are you doing, Mel Brooks? And then you watch it and it's just Mel Brooks being Mel Brooks. And it's ridiculous. You gotta have to like that kind of stupid comedy and kind of just like jumping into song. Like there's a couple parts where the characters jump into song for some reason because it's Mel Brooks and he loves to write music like Inquisition. So yeah, very surprised.
Are you gonna use that clip a third time?
Yes, I am.
The Inquisition. Let's begin the Inquisition. Look out, Sin.
Yeah, okay.
It's saved on my like hard drive. Do you think I'm not? Come on, gotta utilize this baby. But yeah, I was surprised how much I didn't hate it. It's fun. Is it his best? No. Definitely not his best. No. But it's a good bingey, like, what was it, 8 or 10 episode watch, half hour each. Nice, easy, good laugh. I was surprised.
Good. That sounds fun.
Yeah. What have you been watching?
So I've watched a few movies over the past couple weeks. The first one was a very silly yet still fairly entertaining movie called Fall. And I remember seeing the trailer for this before Nope, which was like one of the very few movies I've seen in theaters in the past few years. And it's these two sort of thrill-seeking young women who decide they're going to climb up this 2,000-foot radio tower, TV tower. It starts off and they're rock climbing, these two girls, and one of them's husband, and the husband falls to his death. The wife is just a sad sack for a year later, and then her friend comes back into the picture. She's like a thrill-seeking YouTuber, and she's like, hey, I want to climb this tower. I want you to come with me. And so they climb the tower, and I first wondered, like, how are you going to make an hour, 40-minute movie about two girls stuck on top of a tower? But they did it. It's not the most interesting climb. Like, it's basically just climbing a really big ladder. But then, of course, they get to the top of it and they can't get back off, and they're trying to survive. They've got a drone they're trying to use. They're trying to, like, throw things at people on the ground, use flare guns, get attention, and there's some, like, drama between the two of them. And it was very silly. Again, it was like an hour and 40 minutes about two girls on top of a tower, but it was pretty entertaining for what it was. It was better than I assumed it would be.
If climbing up is like a ladder, how come they couldn't climb down?
The ladder breaks off.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no ladder.
Okay. I'm like, but you gotta. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I see. Fun.
So
It's a good laugh.
yeah.
You have a good laugh, you have a good laugh.
Yeah, exactly. It was entertaining enough.
Yeah. Yeah. You do one more because you have more things you watched than me, apparently. I haven't watched anything.
Sure. So another movie I watched is called The Trip, and this is I think it's a Netflix original. It is Norwegian, Swedish. Are those different? Sorry, I'm horrible. It's got what's her name? Naomi
Rapace?
Yeah,
Rapace?
Yeah, her. And it's not in English, so I know subtitles I know are better, but I use dubs because when I started watching it, I was just not in a place where I could be paying attention to subtitles. So it's this couple who go away to their sort of cabin for the weekend, and secretly both of them plan on killing the other person. So it's sort of a black comedy. But then it takes a real turn into like ultra violent, ultra gory kind of like home invasion thriller. And then it kind of goes back to dark comedy at the end. So I thought it was really good. Like it was very entertaining. I really liked the comedy. It was like super, super dark, which I always like. And the performances, well, at least visually were good. The dubs were, dubs, but
So when I saw The Trip on here on the list, I got excited because I was like, oh, the movie The Trip, because I watched this movie called The Trip. It's from 2010. It's these two comedians who go on a trip. Well, okay, literally. Wow, I'm really good with words today. Go on a vacation trip because one guy's girlfriend broke up with him, so he just gets his friend to come with him because he already paid for this fancy trips through Italy, and they just go to restaurants, and it's improvisational comedy. So they're just making fun the whole time, eating the most beautiful food. And I was like, oh my God, you want to go to these places and they're just making Michael Caine impressions.
Michael Caine used to talk like this. It's not quite nasal enough the way you're doing it. When it gets loudly, it gets very loud indeed.
And I got literally the entire time. She was only 16.
She was only 16 years old.
I'll find a clip of that one. But I saw that and I was like, oh, wait, now there's another Trip movie. I was like, oh, I'm so confused. So, and good to know is I looked that movie up and I was like, ooh, this looks fun because I do love Naomi Rapace, what?
Numi- yeah,
Numi
something.
something.
Numi? Yeah.
Girl
yeah.
from a Prometheus, which is terrible movie.
Yeah,
I love
and
her.
The girl who played with fire. What's that?
Yes,
what's that
the girl with the
series?
dragon
Yeah,
tattoo.
Girl with the dragon tattoo. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So she was really great in it, and it was good. It was like surprisingly violent and gory, though. Yeah.
Fun. Let's look at check that out.
Speaking of gore, what else have you watched?
I love that segue. So I'm sure everybody's gonna want to know, did Pam see this movie? Oh my.
So many people have asked me.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you guys, just because it's a video game movie does not mean we're gonna go watch it. But I watched it.
Yeah.
So I went and saw with my sweet baby sister, who's not actually sweet, but she's a pain in the ass.
You're so mean to her.
I love my sister. Well, I was visiting my sister, and I was like, Betsy, you want to go see Super Mario Brothers movie? And she goes, now? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, hey,
you?
So we went to a happy little local theater, cute little theater that has been open for like 100 years, like not one of those AMC Johns. We went to like a cute little theater, and we saw Super Mario Brothers movie. And I have to say, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. I mean, what's there to say about it? All right, so it's a kid's movie. It was cute. It was better than I expected. I wasn't super annoyed. Like, people were like griping about Chris Pratt, and I have nothing really against Chris Pratt. It's Chris Pratt. He did fine as Mario, whatever. Like, it's nothing special. Like, I think we could have done better casting for that for sure.
I think so. I was just recently on the Polykill podcast in the hot seat. Travis asked me, bang, marry, kill. Chris Pratt, Charlie Day or Jack Black, and I killed Chris Pratt.
Well, that's the obvious choice.
Yeah.
That's the correct choice.
Yeah.
For sure. But he was fine. He was fine. I thought Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong was kind of annoying. And overall, it was cute. It was fine. The biggest complaint I have about this freaking movie, though, is the music selection. You know, like those like
Needle drops.
Needle drops. Yes, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Needle drop song selections of just popular songs we like to throw into movies because it just, you know, gets your mind tingly, whatever. They picked the most basic bitch songs that have been used 50 times over. How many times do I have to listen to AC/DC, Thunderbolt, or freaking Aha, or I Need a Hero? Like, that was done in Footloose and Shrek. We do not need it a third time.
And Saints Row 3.
Yes! Like, we do not need this song in here. It's just like, ugh. I, like, cringed every time a pop song came on. And they could have incorporated more of the music, because I liked some of the mixes of the classic songs into it and such. Like, they did a lot of, like Super Mario Galaxy and such into it, but you know what? Just more of that and less of the shitty pop music. God.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a shame when they do that. Like, it gets to the point where songs like almost become memes, and it's just like, you can't use this anymore unless that's what you're going for, which it might be. But yeah, you know, be a little more adventurous with your musical tastes.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like, even, what was it? Like, one of the more recent Spider-Mans, I forget which one, had Talking Heads' I Zimbra in their, like, the opening sequence. It's like, at least that's like not a well-known, super popular, everyday drilled into your freaking brain song, like, and fun and funky. Like, give me fun and funky if you're gonna put those freaking needle drop things in there. But overall, the movie was fine.
Yeah.
I'm glad, though, it did well, because it hopefully opens the doors for other Nintendo movies to be made, like Metroid. That would be cool, or something, or Zelda. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. Those things even need to be movies. Like,
They don't. They just need to be more video games.
They don't. Yeah, just more video games. Like they don't translate that well to movies. Like the biggest complaint I've heard about the Mario movie is that nothing happens. Like there's no plot. Like it just like which makes sense because you literally go from world to world looking for a princess who's in another castle. Like that's not a movie. That's not a story. You can't make a book about that. Like
I mean, literally the story is Bowser's gonna come get us. We have to stop him. That's the movie.
Yeah.
And then we go to other worlds to figure out how we're gonna stop him. But it's like, why we go to Donkey Kong to get the Donkey Kong army to come help us? But then, I mean, it's not really, it's kind of spoiled. Whatever. Then things happen. It's, you know what I mean? Just like,
yeah.
It's just not really. I'm like, why do we go there if this is what, anyhow. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. Video game movies. I still think the best is Mortal Kombat. It's not a great movie.
Original Mortal Kombat?
Original one. Not this new crap. No. The original one. Because my nostalgia goggles are real thick for this. And I know it's a terrible movie. I know it is. But you know what? I fucking love it anyways.
Yeah. See, I'm more of the, like, first Tomb Raider movie.
Oh, yes. Angelina Jolie? Yes.
Yeah.
She's hot. God, she was the perfect Lara Croft.
She was, yeah.
See, that's good casting. Not this Chris Pratt.
That was good casting.
That was good casting. So, yeah. Saw that. Are you ever going to see it? Are you going to put people on edge to be like, oh my God, when is Pam going to see the Super Mario movie? I need to know her opinion.
I mean, I'm definitely not going to see it in theaters. I might, download it at some point. Oh God, Nintendo, don't sue me. But, yeah, I might watch it at home, maybe sometime. Or what's most likely is that at some point in the Polykill Discord, there will be another video game movie night, and it will be shown, and I will see it then.
And we can all just sit here and complain about it. Yeah.
Go out of my own way to procure and watch it.
I'm sure Jay has it. We could probably do it. The internet is Jay. Hi, Jay.
Does Jay watch this?
Probably not.
Probably not.
We love him anyways. What is the other thing you have watched?
So the last movie that I just watched is called The Loved Ones, and this is an Australian horror movie. It stars a very cute, edgy boy.
Ooh, I love cute, edgy, angsty.
He's an angsty boy.
Ooh.
And this sort of awkward girl asks him to prom, and he's like, no, sorry, I'm going to prom with my hot girlfriend. I can't go with you. But the girl has a father who dotes on her and kidnaps the boy to be her prom or end of year date. So it's a little torture-y. Like the cute edgy boy is put through a lot of shit while this girl is kind of like looking for her prince in horrible ways and deciding, whether or not he is fulfilling her fantasies. So it's pretty fun. It kind of like turns things around because usually it's like there's a final girl or there's like a girl being stalked and chased, and so this one changes it around. So the girl is the villain and the guy is having knives hammered into his feet. Like
you into this gore movies lately? Oh my God!
Apparently, yeah. But I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good. The antagonist was just like delightfully unhinged. He had beautiful makeup, but
ooh, yes,
yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
What is his dad trying to teach his daughter? Stealing boys that she likes. Like, that's not how you get a man who's gonna appreciate you.
Their relationship is not kosher, but
Ew.
yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, he's just like willing to do anything that she wants to like make her happy. And she you find out like she's gone through a number of possible princes who don't
Oh, so this has
meet
happened
her.
before.
Yeah, it's happened before. Yeah.
Fun. That sounds fun,
Yeah.
though.
It's a fun movie. Yeah.
Awesome. So you recommend. Awesome. To look that one up.
Yeah, I mean, if
Although-
you like it, if you're not squeamish about feet, then
Ooh.
then yeah, go for it.
Well, we'll see about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the things we watch. We have not been watching it much things, and now we're going to talk about
Too
gaming.
many things.
And I was like super excited
I
like 2
also-
days ago. Oh, what's that?
I needed another drink.
Oh, obviously, we're going to do another drink. Yeah, because I already need another drink too. All right, let's do that then. Break.
Okay. Break.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
So now we're ready to talk about what we've been playing. And what have you been playing, Michelle?
Oh boy, what have I been playing? Okay, what thing do I want to start off with first? Off this happy little list. Okay, we're gonna start off with something I did not complete that we dropped off because it sucked that much. Wolfenstein Youngblood. You knew this before I even started this game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you said you were gonna start this game, and I was like, ooh, that's not gonna last long.
no, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did, to be perfectly honest. So I played this co-op with my Briz. Ooh, my other co-op, we have another day of co-oping because I swear to God, I game with Briz like way too freaking much. And so we started Wolfenstein Youngblood because like, hey, it's 2-player co-op. It's a Wolfenstein game. I've never played a Wolfenstein game before. Let's do it. This game could not be more annoying. Have you ever tried to play this game before?
Yeah. That's
Yeah?
how I knew it was bad.
Oh, I just thought you knew just like because it just sucks.
No, because the Wolfenstein games are so good. The new ones, like New Order, New Blood, something old, whatever. They're all really good. There's like 2 main lines and like 2 expansions for them, and they're fantastic games. The story's good, the gameplay's good, and this is just like, hey, do you want Wolfenstein but like a shitty MMO kind of? No, I don't. I don't want that.
It's so bad. So you play mainline Wolfenstein's daughters in this one, who cannot be any more fucking annoying. They're the most
They're pretty
immature
annoying, yeah.
idiots, and I just can't stand them. Just like everything they do and say is like, "Yo, did you see that? That was sick." I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Look at your mother and father. They're fantastic. And look how you turned out.
Yeah, they're just like so stupid and just like, and the control. All right, gameplay itself, awful. Like spongy bad guys. You have no idea how to beat these things. The worst part is when you're fighting a bad guy, they'll have a little thing above their head says what their weakness of which bullet they are. So you have a bunch of different guns, and your guns will also have an image be like, okay, this, if it has this image, that means you should shoot that. The problem is it's like small squares, slightly bigger squares, or slightly bigger squares. And everything is this mother truckin' big. And I'm like, I cannot see which gun I should be shooting at them. So I just shoot my usual gun. And of course, that's not
gun,
the right gun. And then Briz is like, no, you're supposed to use this one. I'm like, I don't know, because the text is too small. And how am I supposed to do, if you're going to put imagery like that, at least use a different fucking shape.
Yeah, small UI elements is such a pain in the ass. Like, people need to be able to see things. Please.
That was big red flag number 1. Other red flag number 2. You have no idea what the main stories are. So it's kind of like those open worldy things where you just go get side quests or whatever. And I was like, well, let's just do mainline, because I don't want to sit here for 30 freaking hours in this game. I've looked up online, it could take 8 hours to beat. I can deal with 8 hours. Let's do that. There's no indication of which is an actual main storyline. We're sitting here on our phones trying to figure out which where to go. I'm like, this sucks. Like, no. I don't want to have to look on my phone to go like, okay, which story do I need to go get from some person in my little catacombs person thing? And it was awful.
Yeah.
We glitched out once. Might have been because of Brizz's internet. Also could have been because the game sucks. But then we had to redo that level, and that was just like, I was like, all right, after this, if we glitch again, I'm over it. But then I just said we're over it. I cut the cord and I said this sucks. So
that game, I mean, it had an appearance on my most disappointing games of the year from whatever year it was from, because the other Wolfenstein games are so good, and then this was just like awful. We're gonna try to be something else other than just like a regular single player linear game, and it's like you've made the wrong choice.
Yeah, it was highly disappointing. So we dropped off that after about 2 play sessions. So don't going back to that again. What have you been playing?
So I don't know how much I've talked about this game. I know I've talked about the soundtrack, and you've talked about the soundtrack, but last week I did beat Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
So I feel like we've talked about it. You like play, you drive a little spaceship and things are shooting at you and you're like rescuing things and there's all these stations and you have to cooperate. So I was playing it couch co-op with Matt, and we'd each like have our own like preferred station. So I would generally drive the ship and he would generally man the shield so that we didn't die while I was driving the ship. And then every once in a while, like we'd like hop off and like get to a gun turret to take out enemies and things like that. So yeah, we beat the game last week. It was a lot of fun. Again, amazing soundtrack, which we've mentioned before. But it's good. The final boss was actually quite difficult. We got to it the first time, and it's a 2-phase thing, and we got to phase 2 like immediately, and we're like, oh, this is fine. And then for like 10 attempts, we didn't get past phase 1 again. I was like, what are we doing differently? What are we missing here? But we did finally beat the game, which was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it if you are have couch co-op buddies. 2 players good. I think it would be even more fun and probably a little easier if you have like 3 or 4 people. But
is it only couch co-op or is it online too?
Only couch co-op. Yeah.
Do we know 3 people in person, Pam?
I mean, you could probably gather 3 other people in person.
I mean, next time I'm there, we could probably gather some people and we could do it.
Yeah, we get like Miles and Catherine over or something. We can.
Maybe have another game night after we play some cards. Yeah, that's what we'll have to do.
Yeah.
That's the only way we can gather people.
The only way we can get 4 friends in the same room.
Man. The internet's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like this was made by a very small studio, which I feel is like why there's not online co-op. But yeah, I feel like this would be a really good game to play like on our normal game nights. But yeah, it's only local.
Brutal. Yeah, because I would love to play with you guys, because like looking at the trailer stuff, again, I bought the game and I bought the vinyl, but I've yet to really play the game. I would have been like so fun to play with all of us, but
yeah,
such is life. Just have to keep waiting for Redfall.
Yes, soon. What else have you been playing?
I will still go into the one we both have on the... I won't go into the one we both have on the list, yes. I will go on to another one that I've sort of dropped off the face of the earth. Because there's backstory behind this, why I'm dropping this off. I'm not a scary game girl.
You say that.
I say that and I've played nothing but freaking scary games. I'm the worst. But... I'm historically not a scary game girl. There we go. And my sister, again, best sister in the whole world, is a game collector. And she was able to acquire, she's already has this game. but she was able to acquire a second copy of Haunting Ground. Yeah, I know. The girl is...
Is the first one sealed? Don't tell me it's
No,
fucking
it's not sealed.
Okay.
No, it's not sealed. She got original Haunting Ground like many, many years ago for like way less than what it is now. She got the second Haunting Ground because her and my dad love to auction hunt, and got it in an auction for surprisingly very cheap. And so playing through it, word on the street was she let one of her coworkers borrow it, and they said that they got to the first boss and it glitched. So so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'm gonna go try it out. So I put on the game facts on my phone because I'm not gonna do it, because I'm scared out of my mother trucking mind. I busted open the PlayStation, and here we go with our tank controls. And I opened up Haunting Ground, and I'm not gonna finish this game because I can't. This game is very, I mean, as interesting as this story is, sexy hot girl wakes up in a cage that happens to be unlocked in a beautiful castle and all these creepy people around her.
It's weird. Like, isn't there like breeding involved? Like, it's kind of fucked, right?
It looks really, it's pretty
okay.
Fucked. It's pretty fucked. Yeah, it's pretty fucked. It's fucked up. She walks around the first like 10 minutes and just like a white silk blanket, we're gonna call it, sheet.
Okay.
And it is flowing, and it's just like really early 2000s. But so yes, and one of the biggest things that draws you to the game is our puppy companion. And
Huey.
Huey's the best. Have you played this game?
I have not played it. I've watched a lot of videos on it. I did own it for a little while, and then I sold it, but I never played it.
Yeah, Huey is the best boy, but also the dumbest boy.
Aw, like Lily. She's a dumb girl. I love her.
Huey is like there was this one puzzle. I'm standing in front of like the thing. You want Huey to stand on this like platform, so it like drops down so you can get through the puzzle. And the controls are like, Huey, go. Huey comes up, runs away. I'm like, Huey, go. For like 10 minutes, I'm sitting trying to tell Huey to sit on this spot. And Huey's having a real hard time with it. Just the fact of just staying there. And so Huey is best boy, but Huey is also dumbest boy. And you can kind of appreciate that because I feel like that's real life. But but the game does give you the option to scold the dog, and I'm like, no.
Scolding the dog.
No, I am not.
I will maybe not reward the dog, but I won't scold the dog.
Yeah, that is not happening. So puppy always got praise because that's just wrong. But yeah, it was just okay. Very strange, tanky. I cannot fight back anything.
Yeah.
I just run and I just run.
A lot of those games, like all of those PS2 survival horror games that cost just a stupid amount of money, like Kuon, Haunting Ground, Rule of Rose, like they're cool, but they play like garbage. So
my sister has all those games. I should play them all.
I had them. Like Rule of Rose I had, and I sold for $200 when now it's like $1,000. Even though that's stupid. It was like, oh, this game is so rare. It's worth $1,000. Yet
not.
Every single swap I go to, there's multiple copies. It's not that rare. But yeah, but still, it was like, oh, well, this is cool. Like, I kind of like where you're going with this. It's different and disturbing, but playing it, pass.
Yeah, absolute pass. The puzzles are also like it. No.
Just watch a long play. Like, it's fine. I have one. For Rule of Rose, not Haunting Ground. Yeah, but they're not okay. Yeah. So you're giving up on.
I'm so giving it up. So giving it up. What
That's
have you
fair.
been
So, my last video, which when this goes up will probably be my penultimate
Second
video,
last.
is Murderous Muses, which is an FMV game by Diavecchi Studios, who is my current favorite maker of full motion video games. And you play a security guard at an art gallery, and they're about to do a show for this artist who was murdered a year ago, but his murder don't hit your mic. But his murder was never solved, and he had these 6 muses who he was painting, and one of them killed him.
Oh.
So you, at night, can take one of the paintings of the muses and see through the dead man's eyes little, like, memories of talking to the muses about certain things. So you have to kind of discover through the information collected who killed him, and that's basically the point of the game, to figure it out. And it's made for replayability, so like the murderer can change from game to game, and you'll see different clips from game to game, and that's pretty interesting. Though I will always take a crafted one time through game over that, personally. But I love all of the actors they use in their games. Like, they've got a bunch of people who have been in a number of them. Like, I find the performances are really good. I really like the stories. They're kind of dark, and they've got like a hint of the supernatural, which I really like. So I did find that the whole like randomized killer replay the game was like, I could take or leave that, but I still found like the actual like the clips and the story and the characters were really intriguing.
How long did it take you to get through one playthrough?
My first was about 3 hours.
Okay, so it's not like a 10-hour replayability.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. And how many times did you play through it?
I think 3 total.
Oh. You had a different killer each time?
Yeah, and I never figured out who it was. I was really bad at it.
Ooh.
I always guessed wrong. But I do want to play more, because there's also, as you're playing, you sort of unlock certain things where it's like, something else is going on here, and you need to play through a number of times to sort of fully figure out what that is. So I'm looking forward to sort of opening that up. So I will play it through some more times. But yeah, it's interesting, and also it lets you just like freely roam around a 3D environment, which is something that I feel like hasn't been done since the Tex Murphy games, which are FMV games. So
awesome! I love how they're still keeping this genre alive. Like,
me too.
It's so
many
nice.
people are like, "Oh, FMV is dead." It's like, it's not.
Mm-mm.
People are still doing it, and they're doing it well.
Mm-hmm. People just go hunt on Steam. It's fine.
Yeah, there's so much. Like, Diavecchi and Whale Studio are kind of the big ones. I like Diavecchi more because they're more interactive. Like, their gameplay is a little different, whereas Whale Studio is much more of the just like interactive movie. Like, you choose a path, but you're basically just watching things happen. So, but yeah, they're still happening. Like that 10 Dates game that came out on Valentine's Day, that was super fun. Made me feel like I was on dates, which I don't do. So
Can you imagine going to like one of those like round table dates where you like go to a bar or
like
whatever and
speed dating? Yeah.
No.
I kind of want to try it.
You do?
Because then at least people are just put in front of you. You don't have to seek them out.
That's true. You don't gotta swipe right or all that
You don't
bullshit.
swipe. Yeah.
It might be like catfishing you or something. Like they're actually in front of
Just
you.
just like sitting in front of an actual person. Even if it's only for 5 minutes, I feel like I'd get more than that than like a bunch of pictures and 3 sentences telling me that you like long walks on the
hiking.
beach.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go fuck yourself. You do not.
I have hiking. Well, I haven't had an active profile in a while, but I had hiking on my profile.
Damn.
Do like it, even if I don't do it anymore.
There are a lot more interesting things about you than hiking.
No. Well, now I have climbing videos. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, but good. I'm so glad. FMV world is alive and well.
Yes, I love FMV. What else have you been playing?
So this is something we've both played, and I think we're gonna disagree with this one.
Oh, this one. Okay, yeah.
So we both played some Loop Hero because it came out on Game Pass, and I'd known about Loop Hero for a while because my sister played it. Again, with my stupid sister, and she loved it. And so I was like, okay, well, when I saw it was on Game Pass and everybody in the not everybody, this Burger was playing it in the Discord, and I was like, okay,
Loves Loop Hero.
Loves Loop Hero. So I downloaded it and started playing some walking in a circle.
Walk, equip. Walk.
That's literally the game.
Yeah.
You get cards, you equip the cards to get better. You put down things to make it more difficult because you want to put down things in order to get to the boss. And it's really just like a grindy game. It's a card deck game, but you want to grind in order to get resources, in order to upgrade your town and to get further along with bosses and such. So then you upgrade your life and make you better. So I got to the third boss before I dropped off it. You got to the first boss?
And I beat it.
Yeah, you didn't beat it before you dropped off it.
I got to it once, and then I was like, oh, that's a boss.
Yeah. I enjoyed I was sick like a couple weeks ago, and I played it, I swear to God, for like 8 hours straight. It was like the perfect sick game. Or like I had a migraine, that's what it was. So I'm just like, button. One of those kind of games. And so I enjoyed the grindiness, the deck buildingness of it. It is a very simple game. You do not do a goddamn thing besides walk in a fucking circle and equip your cards. So I definitely can see how it can be boring.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it, kind of. I dropped off of it, so I can't say I didn't complete it. But what do you feel about Loop Hero?
Started it. I played a little on stream, and at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, okay, this is cool." You equip things, you walk. Like you don't even actually have to walk. You just press a button, and he just like walks around the thing, and then he gets into combat, and he auto combat. So like you're really not doing much. You're just like placing the cards that you get or equipping the equipment that you get dropped. And at first I was like, oh, this is neat. And then like half an hour into it, I was like, this is kind of boring. Like I'm not really doing anything here. It's one of those games. I find it's kind of similar to Vampire Survivors where like sometimes like I'll just sit in bed and I'll like prop up my phone on my boobs and I'll like put an ASMR video on while I'm like playing this boring video game and just like relax that way. But it's not a fun game. Like it's just kind of like sometimes it's nice. It's like you put like the vampire next to the town and like something happens. And it's like, oh wow, something different has happened and that's cool. But generally I'm just like I'm not doing anything. Like this is just the game's just playing itself, and occasionally I like put down a mountain somewhere. So I got to the first boss, it murdered me, and I was like, okay, I need to get stronger to beat the first boss, but I don't want to. I don't want to play anymore.
It's interesting because the game does play itself. I was like, I wonder if you don't do anything, if you just say, go. If you walk around in that circle, you'll never stop.
You'll never stop until you die. Yeah.
And you wouldn't level up or anything, but you just get more cards that would just disintegrate down. Like if you just let it play, you would be at the same level.
By the end, you would, because you get some resources. Like if you just die out in the field, I think you keep something.
You keep like 60% or something like that.
You'd maybe be able to build a new thing in your town. But otherwise, it just, I don't really like those kind of like, what's the word for it? It's not it's like a waiting game, like one clicker game. Like it's like you're just not doing a whole lot.
I know what you mean. Yeah, you're just kind of just like click a button every once in a while. Like just like a gotcha, not like a gotcha game, but like a I know what you mean. I don't know what the word for it is, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I enjoyed it a lot more because again I got to the third boss and then I dropped off. But again, once I got to the third boss, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I felt the same way.
I don't remember if that was my game or your game. Is that my game? You're next.
Am I next?
You're next. We're gonna call it you're next.
So a new indie Metroidvania came out a couple weeks ago. It's called Curse of the Sea Rat.
Do you play a rat?
And you play a rat.
Oh.
You have a choice of which specific rat you want to play out of 4. And it's got a very beautiful, like, cartoony art style. Like, it looks like a cartoon. It looks very nice. And the thing that makes it interesting is that it is a co-op Metroidvania. So you can play with up to 4 players.
Why haven't we played it yet?
Yeah. So I played couch co-op with one other person. And it was interesting. Like, it was cool that you could play with someone else. I didn't end up actually liking the game that much, though.
Oh, God damn it!
The controls are not good.
Aww.
Like, playing it made me feel like I'd never played a video game in my life.
Oh, no.
I was just like, am I bad at this? Like, I'm not bad at these type of games, but my character is like never facing the direction I want them to go. It's kind of like the Soulsy type combat where like you have an input and then it's like, I am going to fulfill this entire animation before I do your next button press. So I just felt like I was constantly just not even facing in the correct direction, and my character was not doing what I wanted him to do because it was doing what I wanted him to do like 3 seconds ago. So it was just not good in a control way. Also, you have your first player, and if your second player sort of like goes off the screen, I think they have 3 seconds before they just die. It's like, oh, you're not in the range of player 1? Fuck you then. And then they just die. Like,
wow. So Burger would have a real hard time with that.
Yeah, he would have a real hard time with that. Like, I played a couple hours of it, and some of it was okay. Like, some of the combat was fun. Like, the different characters have their own different abilities. But by the end, I think we sort of were just like, meh, maybe we'll come back to this another day, when we were just kind of like lost. We didn't know where to go next. Like, we felt like we had explored every dead end and possible place in the map, but we weren't sure about where we were supposed to be going. So yeah, it was like, it's a really pretty game. The abilities and leveling up and everything is cool. If they just made the controls a little more quick and responsive, it could be a much better game. But as it was just like, it made me feel like a bad gamer.
Oh,
and I'm not a bad gamer.
No, you are not. You beat Hollow Knight in under 5 hours. You are not a bad gamer. Pam is best gamer. Michelle is bad gamer.
You're not a bad gamer. You just shoot your friends a lot.
I do.
But otherwise, you're a good gamer.
I just like to shoot. You guys just get in the way. Get out of my way. The tornado is coming through.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer because
you just have to like sense when someone's behind you, and you have to like duck out of the way.
yes, you need that sixth sense. Like Michelle's behind me.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer because I would always love another 4-player, especially a 4-player Metrovania. Are you kidding me? Like, give it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, anybody knows?
But yeah, I really like that idea. Like, I feel like if other Metroidvanias made it co-op, that would be neat.
I would love that. That'd be so good. My last one. Yay!
Yeah.
So, Michelle's new theme is playing old games, originals, and then playing the remakes that just came out. That's my thing. So I talked about this a bit in the last podcast because it's been one of my favorite games of all time. Was Resident Evil 4, the OG. Again, I played the PS4 release, so it was upscaled graphics or whatever, but still had, you know, you can't walk and shoot at the same time things. So no. But so I played Resident Evil 4 original. Immediately afterwards, because this is at the same time whenever Remake was released, I started playing Remake shortly thereafter by like, you know, the next day. Because I got it on Amazon or whatever, and I got my PS5. So playing Resident Evil 4 original and then Resident Evil Remake immediately afterwards, I think has been some of the most fun experience I've had in gaming in a while.
Awesome.
It was so fun to go through the original to see how amazing the original was, because I love the original. There's quirks and funkiness to it, and even like the it's not tanky, but like you can't walk and shoot at the same time. Like that element to it added another level of difficulty, which I honestly started to enjoy. And Resident Evil itself, its quirkiness to it, like the quips and Leon being a sexy bitch. And then going into Remake, which incorporated a lot of those things except for the no walking and shooting. It was such fun. I so enjoyed both of the games. I honestly cannot decide which one I enjoyed more at this point.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like, because I don't have nostalgia. Like most people have a lot of nostalgia for Resident Evil 4 original. I don't have that nostalgia, so I'm just like, the remake did so many more things, and it was so fun to go through them to see like what's the difference of these two games in gameplay as well as some story, because they do expand some story in the remake that they didn't necessarily include in the original. I was like, yes, I want more of that. Give me more. And so one thing I really loved about the remake was the boss battles. I think I liked a little bit more than in the original. Again, they're both very difficult because Michelle's bad gamer. And in the remake, the boss battles were so fun. Like, I guess this is not really spoilers, but like Krauser battle was great. Ramon Salazar was a fantastic. That was the little kid dude. You're like, did you fight the little kid guy yet? I'm like, no, not yet. But that one was really fun. That one, it took me a long time to beat too, like a couple of beats. And I hated the game for a second because it was like, do you want to go down to a lower difficulty level? I'm like, no, bitch. No, bitch, I do not. I will figure this out. Stop yelling at me and saying I suck. I know I suck. Stop it. But I had a really great time with both of the games. Highly recommend, if you've never played Resident Evil 4, why are you me and what are you doing with your lives? And play the original and then play the remake immediately after. Because it's so fun to compare the two games and see what different beats, like they do a lot of the same beats, but then they also expand a little bit more on things, which makes it so enjoyable and so fun. And if you do play the remake and you have a PS5, make sure that you include gyro into your gameplay, because I did not realize you could do that until about 10 hours, 15 hours into the game. So don't be Michelle.
I don't even know what that is.
So like you can use your controller to aim. So I'm like this.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, it's good. It's good.
Is it?
It's good.
I don't like moving my controller around.
It was good. It's just like you can still use your joystick to like go left and right, but like a lot of the other controls, like up and down, were controlled by the gyro aiming on the controller, and it's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's wild. It takes a second to get used to, but I was like, I'm so mad I have not been playing the game this way the entire time. So,
Awesome. Yeah, I played Resident Evil 4 on GameCube. I assume I was probably like 22 or 23 years old at that point. And then I had just played the chapter 1 of the remake with you when I was there, which I really liked. So as much as I liked the game, I don't have any particular nostalgia for it. So I'm like fine with new, updated, beautiful, modern controls.
Beautiful, sexy Leon.
Leon have no shirt on.
I need that. I want mods. Super.
Yeah, I wish mods were a thing on console.
I want sexy, shirtless Leon the whole fucking time.
Just follow Pixel Weaver and she
do.
will show you all the best Leon content.
Best Leon content for yes, I do. And I'm just like, oh, Leon, you're such a sexy bee. Oh, yes, love it. Yes, that is the games.
That's all the
we've been playing.
games.
Yes, we played a lot of games.
We did. I feel like I've not finished many. Like I've got so many games on the go, and I'm not really finishing very many of them. But
That's okay.
yeah. Do you have any interesting new pickups you want to show off?
Hell yeah, I do. Hold on. I have to turn around. Get it. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. All right. So first we're going to go with nostalgia land. Because I have a really big problem of going through midlife crises. And crises? Crises? Is that the word? Sure.
Crises? I don't
Crises?
know. I don't even know. I don't know English.
Let's say like 10 years ago when I was in my early 30s. And I went through a midlife crisis.
10 years ago, but okay.
It was pretty much 10 years ago at this point. I went through a midlife crisis of finding DVDs of shows I watched when I was a kid. And one of those shows was Rainbow Bright.
Wow. I had a Rainbow Bright doll figure thing.
Yeah. I loved me some Mother Truck and Rainbow Bright. I have Rainbow Bright the Star Stealer on DVD. And I was at a vinyl shop this past weekend or the week before. I forget when it was. And I saw this vinyl and I was like, I don't even fucking care if the thing is scratched up to holy hell. I'm buying it because this cover is my life when I was 5 years old. So I love Rainbow Bright. It's freaking amazing. Like, look at all these little things. Oh, so I just can't. Rainbow Bright is, So, Rainbow Bright is fantastic. If you're a girl in your late 30s like me, you know what I'm talking about. And then the other nostalgia one for my kid's life is I watched when I was a kid this movie a lot. And a lot. I'm not a furry. And I know this movie is a basis.
Not a furry.
I'm not a furry.
Promise.
I promise I'm not a furry. But I know this movie is the basis for like furries, for a lot of furries. Because let's be real, there's a lot of like sexiness of animals in this movie.
My interest is piqued. Like what are you talking about?
So I got the vinyl for Animal Olympics. So Animal Olympics is a movie that was made. I'm trying to look for the year. It was made. Oh, it was 1980. It was 1980. This movie. It's a cartoon movie. It's got Billy Crystal. Harry Shearer, the guy who does the Homer Simpson voice. SNL chick whose name escapes me. She's like an SNL famous chick. She does Baba Wawas. Yes.
Oh,
Gilda Radner.
yeah.
It was Gilda Radner.
Okay.
Wow. Fantastic, Pam. Gilda Radner. So great voice casting, and they do a bunch of different voices. And pretty much, it's like you're watching Olympic coverage, but they're animals.
Interesting.
Yes.
So I'm actually not a furry, so I've never heard of this.
I'm not a furry again. Let me emphasize, I'm not a furry. But I watched this movie a ton, and it's available on Amazon Prime. So Pam, if you ever want to watch some Animal Olympics, I will stream it with us. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it in one of our like movie channel things. I'm gonna stream it. Like, yo, kids, we're gonna watch Animal Olympics now. Let's go.
Animal Olympics.
It is so ridiculous because it like goes through a bunch of different sports in the Olympics, like gymnastics and bobsledding and the marathon. The marathon is where it gets real sexualized because there's this one chick who's running the marathon and her ass is like just like peaches, like amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I understand where furries are born because it's literally from this movie. And the music is fun by this guy, Graham Goldman, whatever. And yeah, I saw it. I just had to have it because nostalgia's for real with me. And so, yeah, those are my two nostalgia pickups. I'm so
Amazing.
bad. What have you picked up?
So I haven't gotten any vinyls lately, and I don't have this thing physically on me. It's on my shelf, but you can look up a picture. I got the Metroid Prime remaster for Switch, which I've never played a Metroid Prime game. I'm sort of like, 3D Metroidvania. Do I like that? But I'm going to try it at some point if I ever use my Switch again. So
you've never played the original when it came out on like GameCube?
No, I never played the original on GameCube because I was just in the documentary about Metroid when most of my Metroid knowledge is about like NES Metroid and Super Metroid and Metroid Dread. But it was fun to be a part of, but at the same time I was like, oh, there's like this whole like middle section of Metroid history where I know nothing. So yeah, I picked up the new remaster, which I've heard really good things about. So
yeah, so
I'll play it.
Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome. I played the original Metroid, Metroid Prime original when it first came out because I grew up with Metroid and such. And Lord help me with first-person platforming, 3D platforming.
That's the thing where I'm like, meh. Will I like this? I don't know.
I hope it's been updated enough where you can get through it because I could not get through it as a kid. I remember vividly of like the moment of just being like, I can't with this game.
Yeah.
So
there's some games that platforming just shouldn't be a part of. Doom Eternal, that's one of them. Scott Pilgrim. No platforming, please. Yeah.
We were just talking about that last night.
I know.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay, I swear I'm almost done with pickups. I have only two more.
Got more.
Yeah, I have got more.
Okay.
Video game actual pickups. So I was able to acquire because of Pam, because of you. Pam, you are my savior, you are my lord. Like just getting me into this vital group. Just like I got the Mario Jazz Big Band. So this is a concert that was in 2003, I believe it was, of just like a Japanese big band jazz that did Mario and Zelda music. So this is just the Mario music, which is fucking fantastic. Look how cute
it sounded pretty cool. I didn't get this one, but it seemed pretty cool.
It's so cool and cute, and I love it. So cute, and I love the art and everything that this guy does. And I only got the red splatter.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get the one I wanted, but I got red splatter, which is good.
Cool.
Still good. Still good.
Yeah, it just like costs as much to ship to Canada as like the actual vinyl costs, and
See, this is why. So this is what you have to do, Pam. Just ship it to me, and then I'll bring it because I come there twice a year at this point anyway. So
yeah, we should do that.
Yes,
because shipping is ridiculous for vinyl, especially.
Yeah,
and then I have to pay to ship it, and then usually I have to fucking pay taxes on it. It's garbage.
Yeah, not a fan. No. So the other vinyl I got because I just seemed to not get enough of Chrono Trigger is Chrono Trigger.
Ooh,
look at this
that's
art.
Pretty.
Isn't this gorgeous?
Gorgeous. Yes.
Right. So this is from Monowave. This was on like pre-order. I think I pre-ordered this like I forget how long ago it was, but this is like the something of Zeal. Like I forget what they titled this, but this is more orchestrated music of Chrono Trigger. And it's beautiful. It's got a red like splatter and then a yellow splatter vinyl. And then I love the art on the back. It's like this like Japanese kind of glass art kind of look. Yes. And then the inside you have Chrono fighting things. So beautiful. I can't get enough of Chrono Trigger, even though I've never completed the game myself personally. The music's the most amazing part of the game, so I'm just a sucker. I'm a sucker for vinyl and beautiful art. So this art is just fucking gorgeous, and I could not say no. So yeah. Rainbow bright.
Awesome. I'm just thinking about all the vinyl that I used to have as a child. I had like Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Teddy Bear's Picnic, like.
Yes! Oh my god, Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. But I guess that's it for our pickups. And I guess that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for listening or watching on YouTube. If you want to talk to us, you can email us questions or comments at pointanddrinkadventure@gmail.com or leave us a comment on the YouTube video.
Yes, absolutely. And if you like what you heard here, please be sure to check out more podcasts like this one or podcasts. They don't do YouTube, but we do YouTube because we're cool. At polymedianetwork.com. Friends like of IndieQuest, Drunk Friend, Tales of the Lesser Medium, new one which is Split Up, which talks about
the new horror movie podcast.
Yes, totally loving it. And other fun podcasts that are totally drawing a blank because I've had 2 cocktails, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We've also
fine.
got a subreddit r/polymedia if you want to comment on anything or chat in another medium. And
yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what, video games you've been playing, all this kind of crap stuff. Did you see the Super Mario movie?
What did you think?
Movie?
Did
What
you
did you
like the
think
voice
of it?
acting?
Yes. Do you want to kill Chris Pratt? 'Cause we sure
How
do.
would you cast it? Would you bang him or kill him? Tell us.
then this is what I bang him, then kill him.
Oh, there we go.
That's
2
the
birds,
perfect
1 stone.
scenario.
Get 2 birds stoned at once. All right.
But thank you, my friends. Drink well. My drink is empty, but drink well, my friends.
And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.